arrested as part of FBI investigations into sports gambling.
Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier have been arrested. They're both basketball players. Chauncey Billups is actually a coach now. He's a former basketball player. He's a coach for the Portland Trail Blazers. A new coach, might I. He ain't been coaching but 2 years, maybe even just one. This might be his second year coaching. Terry Rozier used to play for the Boston Celtics. He moved around a little bit. He in Miami right now. They were arrested in 2 separate cases, so they say, but both are tied to gambling. What's going on, people? I mean, I'm not a gambler, but people have been gambling as long as I can remember, right? People have been betting on something, betting on dice games, betting on card games, betting on sports games and all of that. OTB, what's that, off-track betting? They used to bet on the races and all that. There's all kind of legal ways to gamble, including all of these newer ways. Underdog Sports and DraftKings, or whatever all of these. If y'all know them, drop them in the titles, because like I said, I don't really participate in gambling. FanDuel, y'all could just put them in just to how many gambling platforms and entities exist out there, and they're fine. They're sanctioned just because of whatever, because of the so-called legalities. Honestly, if I'm being honest, right? Well, as long as I am being honest, all of this from the Malik Beasley dude that just happened, not just happened, but I guess sometime back, but not that far back. Gilbert Arenas. These 2 new joints, Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups, none of this started, none of this stuff was happening before all of these before gambling went mainstream. So it's like, it's the same old story where it's cool when they do it, it's a problem when I do it. When people started talking about legalization of marijuana, it was always a certain concern I had attached to that. It's like, only reason it's illegal is because they haven't figured out a way to tax us for it, or tax, the people for it. But also, I said to myself, if they make it legal, we should probably worry about it, because I don't trust you. Y'all know I don't trust nothing. You understand? So nothing that I don't trust. I don't never think the powers that be are just trying to look out for us. Anything that we get that seem like, yay, is probably better for them, probably ain't good for us at all. It's know thy enemy. Anyway, the things that I did hear in this, like with Terry Rozier, like his situation is more or less like, they said like back in March, they saying that the investigation been going on for years and all of that, right? They said back in March though of this year, I believe, a whole bunch of bets came in for Terry Rozier on the under, and then he left early. He left that game early in like the first quarter, something like that. So, yeah, it was suspicious. It sounds suspicious, but hey, that's just suspicion. It's not. I'm not even sure how to explain some of this stuff to you, because anyway, Chauncey Billups' situation is something more. It's different. It's like a poker game. You know what I'm saying? Some poker ring, and they saying that they was cheating, they was rigging the games in all kinds of ways. So I don't know. Again, as I said, if you go to a casino, one would say all of those games are rigged. Why Chauncey Billups gotta go to jail for it. So they was both arrested at 6 a.m., but on 2 different coasts. So Chauncey Billups got arrested 3 hours later than Terry Rozier was arrested. He was arrested in Florida somewhere. They got Chauncey in Portland, I guess, where he works. Not at the job, but that's where he. Anyway, what y'all think about all of this? The reports are ugly. They saying the whole. Let me see.
This morning has seen a ton of breaking news in the National Basketball Association. Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier were arrested as part of FBI investigations into sports gambling. Billups' arrest was part of a separate but related case linked to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. ABC
Separate but related.
At the core of Rozier's arrest is a March 2023 game that saw an uptick of Rozier.
March 2023. My bad.
Bets come in on the under. Rozier left the game just 9.
Play that again.
The core of Rozier's arrest is a March 2023 game that saw an uptick of Rozier bets come in on the under. Rozier left the game just 9 minutes in, citing a foot injury. Rozier had previously not been accused of any wrongdoing. Also involved in this, former Cavaliers player and assistant coach Damon Jones, who was also arrested on charges that he provided inside information about NBA games to co-defendant.
I don't really know Damon Jones.
FBI Director Cash Patel announced the arrest. Take a listen.
As you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand
Crack into the fraud that these perpetrators.
The NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families. The fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. Not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery.
I mean, fraud, theft, and robbery are all different from gambling. Gambling is illegal if you don't get permission from them to do it. I feel like, yeah, I understand legal is legal and all of that, but legal ain't always righteous. Legal ain't always right. You know what I mean? Slavery was legal. I mean, you know, I'll never stop going back to that reference right there. Why they can't do that, B? Why niggas can't gamble? If I walk up to a dice game, I know the rules. I know in CeeLo, you know, in New York they play CeeLo, right? We don't play craps like that, right? Now, I don't play dice at all anyway, but I do know enough to know that if you roll 4, 5, 6 and I roll a 5, I lost. I'm expected. I know that when I pick up the dice, right? So if that happens, if I bet on a game, I bet so on and so forth, I bet on the Knicks to win it all, and they don't win it all, I knew what I was doing. Like, this is what I'm trying to say is, gambling, if it's a crime, it's victimless. If any crime, it's kind of victimless. You understand what I'm saying? Now, granted, the casinos have it rigged. House always wins, right? Ain't that what they say? But people walk in there knowing that, listen, win or lose. I won some. That's what kept me here. So if I would have just left when I won my first $1,000 or whatever, I might not have lost $10,000. That was my decision, right? If you want to sit there and talk about rappers, all of y'all out there talk about rappers, or you know what you signed when you signed it. Ain't nobody robbed you. You mean to tell me that's worse? Or you mean to tell me that's any different? If you get a record deal, you expect that you could either win or you could lose. You know what I mean? But you think you got a fair shot and you take it. I don't know. But I don't like it. Not one bit. I don't like it. And they don't bring in all of the mob, all of these mob. Come on, B. What we doing here? You're just trying to make it sound. You ain't, hold on, you ain't had no, you had beef with these people. These names, these mob crime family names that you just casually but blatantly threw out there. Y'all had problems with these dudes for all these years, and or they've been doing these things for however long, and now just because some black athletes are involved. Remember, they was talking about all kind of mafia don stuff when they locked up Gilbert Arenas too. I don't like it. Anyway, what y'all think? I mean, listen, B, it is what it is. I'm not caping for the those players and or coaches, because it's probably, I hate to say it, but I don't think that this is a rare thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's like everybody hustling, B. Like I need to find me a hustle. I mean, got a few hustles. They legal, they all music related, but shoot, can I rig some bets on battle rappers? Yo, Swave, I need you to throw this battle. I'm reaching, but yo, come on, B. What we doing here, B? It's gambling. I don't gamble. You know why? Because I don't like gambling. I don't like the risk that's associated with it. Some people love it. Not to say that some people don't have a gambling problem. I guess, it gets to that point. But that's not what they're worried about. They don't care about your mental health. That's not why it's illegal. I don't know, B. I don't know. Y'all help me out. I'm admittedly, this is not, because it's not something I do. Like, I don't know a whole bunch about gambling addiction. I don't really have any opinions formulated on it. But help me out. Why is this so serious, y'all? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Trying to be a taxpaying citizen, leave it super things. Y'all know the rest of the stuff. Spell stuff right. Hit the links. The merch link, the Bandcamp link is for those who rather hear me rap than hear me yap. You know what I'm saying? Helter Skelter, not Helter Skelter. A's and H's, not E's and R's. Monster, not Monster. So, A. And it's BCC, not BBC. Pause. Pause protesters. Get your ass out here. All of the pause practitioners and popo. Feel free to point out all of the pauses at any portion of this production right here. Rock on, rock on. Welcome to the nation. I am your host, your president, your tour guide, Mr. Monster Rocco. I'm the landlord, the owner, tenant, the janitor. I'm out to the damn floor. Let's go. I'm one of the realest you ever gonna see. I ain't come here to lie to you. Niggas done with a lie to you. I get Beanie Siegel's first album, or Paul Pierce even, they got it true.